Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today we'll be making this cup corset. Okay, this particular corset strapless, that is what we'll be making. A client reached out to me to make one for her, so make it together with me. All right, welcome. If you have not subscribed, do subscribe, and thank you for always watching. This is the measurements. This is her measurement. Okay, she says she wants to wear it to an occasion with a blazer. Okay, so we are working with this measurement. All right, so without wasting much time, let's move to the table for the cutting proper. My basic body measurement. Now this video is longer than there's more of this video, but I can't post all. It is too much, so I had to cut it some. All right, so basically this is the nipple to nipple is what I just marked. Okay, my nipple to nipple, I went for 4 inches for her, and I'm using breast cup to do this. So 1/2 inches from the center. Now the fabric will be folded into two. Where I mark is just 1/2 inches, the space in between the two breasts. That is what I just marked there now. Oh god, man. So the space is just the space between the two breasts. That is what I just marked. Okay, and I'm using my breast cup. Now I went for breast cup 40. Okay, so guys, I'm using my bust 40. Okay, the cup is 40. Now there are different types of cup. There are some size 40. You see, you'll be wondering if this is 40. There are some 50 38. You see, you'll be wondering, it will be so tiny. Well, she said she does not want her bust popping out too much, so basically I went for the size that will fit in. All right, so I'm using the breast cup to do this. All right, now I've connected it to the end. All right, watch how I connected it. Now the line I'm to draw now is my nipple to nipple that I connected. Now this that I'm about to draw down here is optional, especially when it goes to do with this dress, this pattern of corset. Okay, now watch it very well. You're not trying to snatch the waist. It's not those corsets you say I'm trying to snatch the waist for it to be so fit. No, it is not that type. Now you can see it's just a corset people wear routinely, so you can actually walk without that. But if you want to go, you can go with it. That okay. Now, having done that, you can see the down part of this corset. It has curve, so I'm going for 3 inches. Okay, from the waist, you connect it. Okay, now I connected it straight, but it did not work. That is not what I want. I'll be going for my French curve to connect it. I'll be using my French curve to connect. All right, good. This is how I want it. It looks more like it. All right, so that is all, nothing much. I think one of the easiest corsets is, the one you use your already made cup, okay, to trace it out. It's one of the easiest. So you curve it. I'm cutting out my pattern. This serves as my pattern now. Have that in mind. Sorry, my center, I need to mark out the half inches. Now, when you're dealing with breast cup, don't cut exactly, please. Once you trace it, mark out these 1/2 inches I marked now. Okay, it should be above by 1/2 inches. Reasons: so that it will not be wide. Instead of your corset, the space for the cup to enter, the breast to enter, to be too wide, it's better it is not too wide. Okay, now that 1/2 inches helps a lot. It gives your corset, it makes the cup to be easily sewn, not too wide. If you have a wide corset cup space, all right, if that place I'm cutting right now is too wide, there is no magic. Oh, you have to be sewing that, forming that to give you that. So to avoid it, 1/2 inches above, please have that in mind. It is compulsory. Now, haven't gotten my front. What of our back? The back is strapless. Remember, it's a strapless corset. So the same line I drew at the front is what I drew at here too. So what I just need to label it, okay, and know where it stops. Now remember, the joining part of both front and back is the waist. So I do not need the down part. Alright, I do not need the down part. Now you already know where it joins. I just need to place it, okay, to mark it out. That is this side. Alright, I just need to place it. So let me just shift the camera a little bit to be sure you're seeing what I'm doing. Now my waist measurement at my waistline, I did not add any allowance while cutting this. Please have that in mind. No allowance was added. I just did the accurate. Okay, so it is left for you to I did not add any allowance. While cutting, you can add your allowance, okay? So what I'm trying to do is connect. I marked my bust measurement, marked my waist measurement, I connected it. Remember, our connection with the front and back is from the bust, that is the armhole depth, to the waist. Now after that, I'll be taking out 1.5. Remember, it will be laced and there will be eyelet on it. It is a corset, okay? So I'm marking out the part that will be cut out. It's not a zip allowance. It's for our snatching, okay? So I'm using 1.5. I'll be cutting it out. But first, I need to be certain. I need to check very well to be sure of my calculation. Now, the down of my back, I want it deep at the back, not straight. So that is why I'm slanting. I'm going for 10. What I went for is 10 as neck depth, kind of. That is my back, okay? I went for 10. Remember, it will be cut out. Your back can be straight, but I want it slanted a little bit. So I don't want it straight. I went for 10. That is why I use tape. Is out. So basically, this is my back. Then place. Sorry, not that way. The other way. I just need to be setting before cutting. Good. So it fits. That is it. All right. So I'm on the right track. Okay. Now the next thing is to cut it on my fabric. Now watch my cutting. I'm giving it some space. There are places that needs that space. The two sides needs the space. This is where I'll add allowance now. You can see the allowance I added to the side. Next is to cut. Now when it comes to this, the curve for the cup, cut accurately. You can see the allowance I added, 2 inches. When it comes to the cut accurately, this curve, all right, you don't need allowance on it. You have already added the allowance, so you do not need allowance. That is it. Then this is done. Okay, what next is to cut the back. That one is done. Let's go for the back. First, I need to trim out all that I need to do. I need to cut out this 1.5 inches. Okay, you can see it is out. Then I'll start cutting. So that is it. I need to cut the sides too. Now watch the allowance I added, okay? So guys, that is the fabric we'll be working with, okay? Now I have to cut the lining, cut exactly on the lining. It will be lining, so I need to cut the lining of the fabric. That is what I'm doing, trying to place it perfectly well. So guys, I have cut the lining, okay? That is the lining. I equally tailed it, all right? The same with the fabric, okay? I've done that. And this is the back. Now I'm using the fabric as my lining for the back, okay, because there is enough fabric for me. So let's start sewing. All right, and this is the cup I'll be using. Remember I told you I went for 40. Do I call it big 40? There was 140 I got earlier. It was so tiny. All right, so first thing, I need to cut fabric for my bust, for my cup. Now I folded the fabric, okay, into 4, folded the cup. Then while cutting, I gave it space. Okay, I gave it about half inches, 3/4 inches space. So that is it. this is the easiest way you cover your cup. Okay, then you cut out more like a dart. All right, more like a dart. All right, this part you just cut out, you have to sew it. Okay, you have to sew it back. Once you sew it back, all right, you're good. That is it. You have to sew that part, and your bust, you're free. You can easily cover it up this way. Okay, so I've sewed it. That is how it looks. Okay, so you see that, very easy, no stress. Like if you want to cover your bust cup easily, this is how you do that. Okay, very easy. Let's pin. I need to hold it at the edges. Now next thing is to attach it to the breast cup. Okay, next thing is to attach it. So I've sewn it. Okay, the two of them. What I need to do is place it on the cup and sew. Now the next thing is for us to cover this. Okay, now for you to cover this, you have to sew from the inner part of the cup. You know, flip the fabric to the front. That is how. Okay, hope you saw what I'm doing. That is how you do that. Okay, you sew, then you flip it. The tip, you're sewing the edge, the big watch where I'm sewing, that is where you're to sew. And you can see what I'm sewing is not even up to half. Okay, it is not up to half what I'm sewing. Then you turn it. Once you turn it, you get it perfectly well. Now this bias on the front, the white you're seeing, I use bias to achieve it. Okay, it is bias that I used. Okay, once you turn it, you say it, you have this. Very easy. Now you can see I sewed the bias on the fabric. Like I said earlier, this video is big. Like I'm trying as much as possible to reduce the minutes, the video. All right, so I cut so many things out. So I sewed the bias on the fabric before turning it. All right, you can see there's no sewing on the cup. I attached it, the bias, you know, gave it that design before using it to turn the fabric. So have that in mind. So once you pin, you finish the sewing. You can see the upper part of the breast cup is neat. So this side I'm sewing will be added to the fabric. So guys, remember to join our WhatsApp group, our Telegram group for questions. All right, the group is mainly for questions. You know, when you have questions, you can easily ask and you get response there. So join our WhatsApp group. It is free, and our free online class will be starting by 17th of February. Okay, I just need 20 people, beginners, 20. I'll be teaching 20 people. So if you're among the 20, join before we get to the 20 that I need. All right, if you have not joined, do join. Now you trim it. Good. So neatly done. All right. What else? What else? It is neat. Okay, you can see it. That is our cup. It is ready. So guys, having done with the cup, okay, now the body itself, I'm folding. Why am I folding? I need to determine where my bone will be, where my bony will be. So that is why I'm ironing. Sorry guys, there's no light and I have to improvise. Okay, so what I'm doing is determining where to attach my boning. I'm doing that to the fabric and the lining itself. For this style that I'm making, the boning will be on the lining, not on the fabric. The bias on the fabric will serve as design, okay, but the boning will be on the lining. All right, so let's go there. You can see it has given me lines where I need to sew. Okay, so I'll just get my bias, place them. I'm going for white. All right, place them very well. So you can see I've placed all I need to do is sew. So I've sewed it. Okay, you can see where I sewed. That is the body of the corset. Okay, I've attached my bias. Now this is the bony. Yes, I have equally sewed it on the lining. You see where what I sewed. What next? Now you cannot sew corset without ironing. You need steaming iron to cook. Do I say cook? You need to cook the bony to relax. So I've done that. You can see earlier it wasn't relaxed at all. So I have relaxed it right now. Okay. So that is it. Let's cut out the threads. I can see it is giving what it should. Okay. Now the next thing right now is to sew. Where are we sewing? We're starting with the sides. First the back. We have to finish the back and join. Good, that is it. You can see the lining and the are together. Now this is the back. Now remember I told you earlier I'll be using the fabric for the back. I'll be using the fabric as lining for the back, okay? And I equally styled it. You can see now you need to style it so it will be able to. So what I did, let me explain, all right? Now I just turned the front and back, okay, placed it. The only place open right now is the cup part. Okay, now the boning is on the back all through. I did not attach any boning to the front of the fabric. All the bonings went to the back, including the back. Okay, so that is it. All right. What is left is to sew the breast cup. Okay, now let's do that together. Okay, first thing first, you need to get the center of your cup. You can see where the white is my center. Okay, that is the center. I'll place it where the other white is. That white is equally my center. Remember when we were cutting it, the dots. Okay, so I'll go through there and place. You saw what I did? So let's start the sewing. You pin it. Now if there's any excess, please take out the excess of fabric, take it out. Okay, and secondly, one tip: if you're sewing your cup, like you place it and went around and you saw that it did not fit in, or maybe the cup is bigger, it's better for you to have let the cup be bigger, than the space you have for it, than the space to be bigger. To reduce it is harder. Okay, it's easier to widen your curve a little bit than for it to be bigger. All right, so let's go there. There are several ways you can, but for now, let's go. Now I've checked and I see that my cup will fit in perfectly well, so I'm starting the sewing. So you keep sewing, is a gradual process. Yes, so watch me while I sew. Like I said earlier, this video is more than two, is more than it should be more than 2 hours, if not. But I had to reduce it. I kept cutting it, trying to show you the important parts. Okay. But in this training that will be starting, that will be free online training that will be starting, you'll be getting every video will be shown, every step taken will be videoed, shown. So you can see, you keep sewing, keep turning gradually, like small. Jeje, if it is Yoruba people, they will say jeje. You keep sewing, keep turning. Just keep sewing gradually. When you get to the end, make sure your corset fits. Let it stop right at where the fabric ends. It is very important. You should know, as you can see what I sewed. You can see it stopped the perfect place. You can see it. Very easy. So guys, if you have any question, drop it on the comment section. All right, I will definitely respond to it. Now this is what I've done. The first one, you can see neatly finish with bias. So I will equally do the same here. Okay, in the other part, you can see this corset is neat. No joining. The only place that has opening is that, and I'll use bias. So I use bias to finish. Now that is my bony, you see it. Now I've used bias to finish it. The video is not showing, I know, but oh god. So I use bias the way we use bias to turn. That is what I did. Okay. And if you need just video of the turning of the cup, comment it on the comment section. Okay, just that this video is big. I like posting video with 20 something minutes, okay, instead of 1 hour. So you can see how neat it is. Okay, you can see how neatly finished. That is my bony, the two bony for my eyelets. Okay, remember I told you there will be eyelets at the back, so that is it. Neatly done. So guys, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to my channel, all right? And secondly, join my free online class. Join my free online class. Okay, there's a WhatsApp link on the description of this video. Click on the link and join my free online class. Okay, my WhatsApp link, click on it and you join. You get, I'm zooming it closely so you see how it, so this is it. All right, so when she comes for the fitting, we'll just attach the hand for her. The hand is detachable hand. Okay, so we are good to go.